YouTube followers, my name is Bill. I built a banjo about 37 years ago. It spent a lot of years lying in the case, and with the tension on the strings and maybe a little too much tension on the truss rod, the neck began an upward journey at about the 5th or 6th fret. The strings got too high to actually do very much playing. It measured in excess of 25 thousandths at the 7th fret. So that tells you it had a pretty good little bow in the neck. I devised a plan, built a bracket to try and straighten that neck. I will explain to you what I did when I turned the camera around. As you can see here, this is a homemade banjo. This is the neck. I made a bracket to clamp onto that neck that is pretty simple in design. It's just a piece of square tubing, and I don't know, it's about a foot long maybe. There are cleats welded, just tack welded to hold it on that end and also on this end. What I have done is I put a feeler gauge right about where the neck starts to bend up, and that's 25 thousandths. I clamped that neck to a piece of sturdy walnut that comes along the bottom of the neck. So this clamp here just mostly holds this end of the jig together. This serves as sort of a fulcrum to pull this end of that neck down. Once I got it clamped down, I got a friend to help me with a heat gun. I started brushing on heat with this heat gun, being careful not to melt the purfling or damage the finish. But this should allow that neck to bend slightly downward, and that gives me a little room to straighten it with the truss rod and pull it up to get it to that 10 thousandths at the 7th fret. We used an infrared thermometer, and as best we could tell, I had about 210 degrees of heat on the exterior of this neck along this area that I'm concerned with. So I will pop the clamps off and just mostly take a look, sight down the neck, visually, manually, and see if it made any difference. Trying to operate with one hand is not my forte. All right, this is what it looks like. I will pull the camera, get a good sight line. It looks like it's going to be about what I was hoping for. I have a string that I will pull, capo it up here on the 1st fret and let it come off the back, hook on to this post and tighten it. That way I can check it with a gauge and see about where I am, but it looks like it's about where it needs to be. I hope this might enlighten somebody that has this problem. I've watched a lot of YouTube. There's a lot out there as to how to straighten a neck, but it's mostly done with tension on the truss rod when it comes to reshaping the wood and the neck itself. I've not seen that much. This concludes my input, and I hope this serves as a little benefit to somebody. And again, I'm Bill.